Hello. I wanted to go over today my experience on the survival series Alone. Why I took the challenge and why I ended the challenge. When I was approached to be on this show, I went through the steps and I was chosen. It was a huge opportunity to test my skills that I had been honing for, ever since a kid. I've wanted to see if all that I've learned will actually be good enough out in the bush. I actually got to test them in a place I've never been before, in a rainforest. On the other side of the country. Before I left, I took a stone, threw it in the Atlantic. I'm 5 minutes from the Atlantic. Threw it in the Atlantic. When I got out west, I took a stone and threw it in the Pacific. Always wanted to do that. That was pretty sweet. Now, the money, $500K. Does it bother me that I left? I lived this long without $500K. I can live the rest of my life without $500K. To me, and I think all of the other people, it was nothing about that. The $500K would have been a bonus. It was all about testing ourselves. That's what it was about out there. Being a survivalist, you research your area before ever going into it. You research it, and anything that can cause potential death, you study it. I studied the bears. I studied the cougar. I studied the wolves. Wolves will eat anything. They're opportunists. If you're there, if there's a couple of them, they will attack you, kill you, and eat you. That's what they do. A cougar, anytime. That was one of your biggest threats. You'd be walking along, next thing you know, you never hear them. The only time you ever see a cougar is usually when they jumped on your back. That's reality. They attack from behind. Usually they grab you, drive you to the ground. They're 200 pounds, as big as I am. And basically 5 knives on each paw plus a bite. Usually bite in the back of the neck, you're done. Same thing they do to a deer. You are an animal out there. You're not top of the food chain. We knew this. So that's all I'm going to say about that there. Black bears, they're unpredictable. No one could have known what they'll do out there. Sometimes there could be one 30 feet up the beach, and you could be fishing. I've heard stories. They're fishing. They don't even bother them. Other times, bears see you 50 feet away and charge. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. They're like humans. They have attitudes. And now, talking about my bear encounter, this is what happened. I just boiled water. I had 2 liters of water. Like I said, I was well hydrated out there. Fire when I needed it. I slept good. Had a few other encounters. But I slept well at night, and I was fine. I was in good spirits until I seen bear sign everywhere. Bear sign, and then trails everywhere, scat and such. I knew it was a matter of time before I had a bear encounter. It just happened sooner than what I thought. So I'm down there. I just had my fire, just got my water, took it up this little hill up into my shelter. Came back down, my axe is down there. I was going to pick up my axe, put out the fire. That's when I look over. That's when I seen the bear. And, hey bear! And it just, it looked at me. And then, it started to come towards me. So, hey bear! And it just came towards me even faster. So I'm like, whoa, 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 and I back up over the hill. I'm hyped up, just charged by that bear. I don't know how big he is. They say they grow up to 1,000 pounds up there. And all I know is a big bear. That's it. I go in, and that's when I start filming. You've seen what went on from there. It's circling me. I had a light shining out through the front. So if he came out front, I could see him. I think that is the only thing that kept him from coming into my camp. The chargers, if you push a button on them, it will send a light. It has like little flashlights on the chargers for the camera gear. I clicked a couple of those on so it was lighting up the front. And so if he came through in my shelter, I could not wield my axe. So I had pepper spray and a flare. I was going to spray him, hope he left. If not, I was going to pop the flare and shove it in his face, do something. I don't know. But that's what happened there. Now the phone. The phone. That scared the crap out of me. I'm listening. I hear him walking through. And, you know, you could hear him going through. And you're listening right intently. All of a sudden, what the heck was that? I did not even know that satellite phone could ring. I did not know that. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, no phones around or whatever. What's this ringing? And it just scared the crap out of me. No, not crap, but it made my heart jump. So, I mean, I reached down, you know, and it scared me. It did. Yes, it did. It freaked me out because I had no clue that thing even rang. So, yeah. That's about it right there. And then you see what goes on and stuff. I felt bad about tapping out. But you got to think that I wanted help at that time because that bear was still there. So I tapped out for that. But it was a rational decision. That's the thing. If you know Black Bear, he's got my scent. He's territorial. He's already scared me away. I did not run. I backed into the woods, out of his sight, and then went up the hill. Very quickly up the hill. Did not run, you know. Cameras make it look like you run, but I was not just tearing right through the woods. This was also the sun had just set. I was pulling out and going up into the camp for the night. Well, now I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. The reason I made the decision to tap out is because it was territorial. He charged me because I was on his beach, I believe. This was where he fed, you know, and got his food. He wanted me out of there. If I didn't move, I believe he would have attacked me and killed me, I believe. He wanted me out of his area. So he wanted me gone one way or another. He would kill me to be gone, possibly eat me. They do it out there. There's many accounts of that. You know, he wanted me gone. So here's the deal. Would that be my only encounter? I do not believe so. He's going to come back. He's going to see me on the beach. He's going to be more angry. I could be down there, hands and knees, digging clams to eat. I'm moving rock and sand. I'm not going to hear anything creeping up on my back. I could be attacked that way. I could be sleeping, you know, and next thing you know, they grab you and drag you out. There's so many ways. I knew I was in an area I could not move. I searched that area. It was all bear sign. I could not move my camp to go to a safer place. Plus, black bear, they hunt within 100 square miles of their den. I don't know where their den was. It could have been right, 50 feet from my camp that I did not see. I do not know. It was a logical and smart decision to leave because I knew I would have another encounter. I am 100% sure I would have. He would have came back. And you can scare him away 5 times or so. You could keep scaring him away. But after a while, he's going to say, no, he ain't hurting me. He's scaring me, but he isn't hurting me. He's going to say, heck with it, and continue. I mean, if you know your predators, and I've done a lot of research. I grew up with black bears, and I know how they act. And these ones here are far more aggressive than I've seen in New Brunswick. In New Brunswick, they can be aggressive as well. I mean, I grew up with that, knowing the dangers of black bear. And then you have the cougar as well, and the wolves. So, I was told I'm allowed to do this, and, but when I felt my life was in danger, come home. I have far too much at home that people count on me and love me for me to die out there. It's just, I was told by a lady, and it made sense. The same people that criticize me for leaving are the same people that would criticize me for staying and dying, saying I should have left. Very true. Anyhow, that is my encounter out there. The producers, the people of the show, they were great. Did they drop us in a place that was, dangerous? Yes. Although, no one can predict that. Many people go out there and hike, never have an encounter. So it is not, they did not drop us there just for ratings. I don't believe. We could have had a possible encounter. They did not know. That's why we had help if we needed it. I mean, we had satellite phones. If we're injured, we could hit it'd take them a while to get to you, but it was the safest thing. But that's what made it real. Am I glad I did it? Yes. I have an adventure to tell now. A lot of people seen my story. And, I have something to tell my grandkids. I was charged by a big black bear, and I lived through it. Using my brain, basically. You back away. You do not run. You back away and into the bush. And then when you're not seen anymore, you can get out of there. Now, what I do want to say is that only regret that I have is not being able to show more skills and test myself. I didn't get the chance to make crab traps like I wanted. I didn't get the chance to make my, lines in the water to catch fish and seagull and so on and stuff. I mean, I didn't get to test everything that I wanted to, and that's my only regret. I would love to get another chance to test this someday. It's illegal to do most of this testing around here. So this opportunity gave us, legally able to do things that most people, show in books and such, these primitive traps and such. We could use those out there. And this gave us that opportunity. It was awesome. So I had an adventure. I thank Left Field and the History Channel for all they've done for me. And I also thank everybody that supports my decision and, watches my videos and supports my channel. That means a lot. Anyhow, have a good one, and talk to you later.